Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to move a out-of-school student to a completed roster. So just a reminder that this happens 1 year after the student has entered a follow-up roster. So this essentially works the same way as moving a student to a follow-up roster. You'll go to the student's page to start. So I'm going to find the student that we're working with here. These are just our sample rosters that we've made. And so you'll click on the student profile and click on rosters. And as you can see, this student, if they started out of school follow-up in May of 2016, on May 16th, then it's time for them to be moved to the completed roster because it's been 1 year since they started the follow-up roster. So that means that they've received the 12 months of follow-up services and they are now moving to a completed roster. So just like how we do moving a student from active to follow-up, the first step is you need to put an end date in here. So I'm just going to select today, save that. And now you're going to add participant to a new roster. We'll say, okay, so it looks like we don't have a completed roster for 2016-2017 yet. And I'm going to go in and make one of those quickly so you can see that as well. So new roster, we'll create the type, which is out of school completed, 2016-2017. It automatically populates. I'll click submit. Are any participants continuing? We'll just say no for now. And so now we see that that's populated here. So we'll go back to my student underneath the out of school follow-up roster, click on his rosters or her rosters, and now I'm going to add her to the out of school completed roster starting today. And again, grade in school, always choose out of school, click submit, and now they have been added to the out of school completed roster. One thing to note, when it comes to final follow-up data for our out of school students, the follow-up data for the student will be pulled when you add them to this follow-up roster. That is the final time that the follow-up data is entered. So if the student was moved to the completed roster on May 19th, 2017, the follow-up data that was entered for him or her then is the final data that is kind of frozen in the system and reported out to JAG. So make sure that the follow-up data that you have entered in for them is the follow-up data that is accurate and that you want to report to reflect the outcomes for that student. So that is how you move a student to a completed roster.